I would never go that far and say throw the whole UPK away at all. And if I can be honest, they keep a different Sabbath. We keep the lunar Sabbath, and they believe the mark.
And why is that? Why is that, Deacon? Why is that, Deacon? You can set a new series of videos called "Why Is That?" Why do you guys keep this the Sabbath based upon the new moon? Huh? Could you please tell me why? I know why.
Mark of the Beast is like Christianity or something. And I think
Mark of the Beast, where'd you get that from? You heard the leadership of GMS say it, and I'm pretty sure you checked it out, went through the scriptures and said, let me see if this is the case. And you came to the conclusion that, yes, that makes sense. Same thing with the Sabbath is based upon the new moon. You heard us, then you did the homework. You did your homework like the Church of Berea. You looked at it in a scholarly manner and you said it makes all the sense in the world. So why don't you apply that same energy when it comes to the Deuteronomy chapter 22?
I think that's they believe we're in a new covenant, and they believe that's pretty much
right. And we're not in the new covenant because I went through this. I did a class the other day, a couple of days ago. Let me go ahead and find it.
All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone that do well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect in 1/3. The Lord's will this lesson will be edifying as well as exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. And the Wadiya, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash, for giving me the inspiration to do this lesson. And as the title reads, why is Deacon Hakah showing partiality in judgment? All right. So what you caught here is from Elder Apostle Tahar's video doing a response to Deacon Hakah, which Israelite camp has the truth. And within that, Deacon Hakah is explaining his stance on these other Hebrew Israelite camps. And one thing that, all these T-shirt fringe Israelites have in common when it comes to Great Millstone's doctrine is, their upsetness when it pertains to the understanding for the law in Deuteronomy. But what you see right here in the same breath as Deacon Hakah and many other Hebrew Israelites have issues with Great Millstone, and their excuse is Deuteronomy 22. But in the same breath, we just seen how Deacon Hakah is admitting that he is aware that another Hebrew Israelite camp is breaking the Sabbath based on their understanding of the law, but that's okay. You see that? That's a problem right there, okay? Because is there a penalty of death when it comes to certain laws in Deuteronomy 22? Yes. And we explained that. But is there not a penalty of death when it comes to breaking the Sabbath or living by it incorrectly? Yes. And we speak on that. But why does Deacon Hakah and these other Hebrew Israelites, why do they not have that same energy as we seen Elder Pastor Har say? Why do you not have the same energy when it comes to one law? But then when it comes to this law, it's love. For Deuteronomy 22, it's law. But Exodus 20, it's love. So that right there is an example of respect of persons. And that is a sin, Deacon Hakah. Okay? Did you know that? This is Leviticus 19:15. Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty, but in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor. So we've been seeing for years on end the slander, okay, the improper use of the brothers of Great Millstone, the backbiting, the murmuring, the bearing false witness, all because of the law, or addressing and giving edification pertaining to the law of Deuteronomy 22. Deuteronomy 22, let's see, from, let's just go up here. Let's just say from 19 to 28, okay? For any Hebrew Israelites out there pertaining to Deuteronomy 20, the 22nd chapter, I want you to break down from 28 to 30, okay? You need to break that down, but they never go into that. But in the same breath, they'll speak and, they're wicked, they're doing this, the things that they say, if the quote unquote, the right person heard that, this would bring a case against us from these false accusations. Now, I'm saying all that because in the same breath, well, why don't have that energy for Exodus 20 and 8? Why do you not have that same energy? Because you go into detail about what Great Millstone does and pertaining to Deuteronomy 22, but then when it comes to them celebrating a Sabbath on an incorrect day, that's just smoothed over. No. That's partiality, because the Sabbath, okay, the Sabbath is very important. Can we not say the law of the Sabbath is trumps the law pertaining to Deuteronomy 22? This is Exodus 20 and 8. Remember the Sabbath to keep it holy, which now these guys teach that you can have sex on it. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day, IUIC teaches that the seventh day is Friday. ISPK believes it's Friday. Now, Deacon Hakah and a few other Israelites go by the lunar Sabbath, like we do, following our elders and apostles. But why not get on them for celebrating the Sabbath on an incorrect day? Isn't the Sabbath extremely important? But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy power. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gate. See that? So the Sabbath is extremely important pertaining to our law, and we're dealing with law-abiding Israelites. But why do we see Deacon Hakah showing the spirit of partiality in this judgment pertaining to, well, this law is, you saying this, that's wicked. Stay away from them. But in the same breath, they're telling you that the Sabbath is Friday to Saturday, and that's not wicked. That doesn't need to be addressed. We can just smooth that over. They're actually teaching you it's Friday to Saturday. We're not teaching you to go do this or go do that. What's being shown is there's laws if this were to happen, but they're teaching that the Sabbath is every Friday to Saturday. So depending on how many new moons fall on a Friday to Saturday, how many Sabbaths out of the year are they breaking this law, but it's going undressed before the eyes of the judges, quote unquote, amongst us as the nation of Israel? Do you see that? That's partiality, okay? This is Exodus 31 and 14. It says, ye shall keep the Sabbath ye shall keep the Sabbath therefore, for it is holy unto you. And I'm only doing this because you have our people using the law as a quote unquote excuse to show their disdainness for in particular doctrines and teachings. But where's the disdain for them celebrating the Sabbath on the incorrect day and teaching it, like IUIC, like ISUPK, and like Wi-Fi? You see that? So that's partiality. You have all this disdain for Great Millstone only because of the understanding pertaining to the law that's found in the 22nd chapter of Deuteronomy. But we don't see that same judgment of disdainment when it comes to Sabbath breaking Israelites that are also teaching the Sabbath is incorrectly as well. See? Ye shall keep the Sabbath thereof, for it is holy unto you. Everyone that defileth it shall surely be put to death. Where is this at? Why are you not telling ISUPK if they don't celebrate the Sabbath correctly, you will be put to death by the Most High, right? That's what they say. For whosoever doeth any work therein, that soul shall be cut off from among his people. 6 days may work be done, but in the seventh is the Sabbath of rest, which the Sabbath is brought in by the new moon, holy to the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Whosoever doeth any work in the Sabbath day, he shall surely be put to death. Why is Deacon Hakah not telling ISUPK, IUIC, Wi-Fi, okay, that if they keep teaching and practicing the Sabbath on the wrong day, the penalty for that will be death? But in the same breath, they do a whole campaign. Matter of fact, this just came to mind. Let me grab it. They do a whole campaign against Great Millstone. You are improper judge.
We're not affiliated.
You are showing improper judgment. Okay. Deacon destructive mode. I'm going to go to one of his recent lives. Okay. Let's see if it comes right up here. Okay. I guess I'll go right into it. Let's go right to the channel. Okay. Let's go down to the lives and let's look. Where is it? Right there. Meet GMS, black cult that wants to take little girls. See that? So why not say meet IUIC, meet ISUBK, law-breaking Israelites celebrating the Sabbath on the wrong day? Why are you not doing an extensive hour and 40+ minute video showing how the Sabbath falls on the new moon and there are Israelites out here that are in violation of this law and in danger, and the penalty of breaking this law is death? Please repent and come back to the laws correctly. Where is that energy? They're exposing themselves every time they open their mouth claiming to be teaching. See that? Where's me ISBK? The law, the Sabbath breaking Israelites. Where's that at? Let's continue in the matter. We just proved this, right? We just proved it. Okay, because when you go into Deuteronomy 22, for what you call grape, there's a bylaw within the law that there isn't a death penalty in Deuteronomy 22, and that's if she's not betrothed. Now, there's a death penalty if she is betrothed, but if she's not betrothed, there's not a death penalty. But there is no bylaw for Exodus 31 unless you accept that the law is not what's going to deliver us because we're under grace, and it's through Yahweh Shai we're not being put to death. Big difference, and you're not doing that. You're not doing that at all. So now let's continue. Now, if you didn't know what the word partiality is, I'll show you. And I do have to say this. I kept looking into this after watching Elder Apostle Gabar's video on this matter. And this is a very big deal, okay, for you as a for you as a Hebrew Israelite and understanding who you're listening from, who you're learning from. You need to understand that in the place of judgment and matters, you cannot have a respect of persons. That's confusion. So partiality means unfair bias, right? That's unfair. All right. I'm not tripping. I'm not upset, but I am going to make a point. Okay. And one breath is, yeah, well, Great Millstone, you know, they do this. And then we got SBK. And they told you to take the jump shot, blah, 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 this. And they said they break the Sabbath, but those are our brothers. Why are we not your brothers? Why are we looked at as evil and wicked? You know? Let me see if I can find that again. I just want that sound bite again. Okay. Very quickly to acknowledge a wicked camp. And I'll say it. ISPK is wicked. All right. If there's elect among them, they'll come out. But that teaching, that standing, that school, that platform is evil. Okay. Somebody should cue in the sound bite of Nate speaking about the name evil, guile. Right.
Comment boards, not only on my comment board, but on Tazariak's comment board. A lot of you guys might say, throw away the UPK because they think every Israelite outside of them are homosexuals and Christians, and they talk bad about us. But I would never go that far and say throw the whole UPK away at all. And if I can be honest, you know, they keep a different Sabbath. You know, we keep the lunar Sabbath.
Whoa. How can we just skip over that? They broke the law though, brother. Brother, you got to address this. You just showed respecter of persons, but in the same breath, an unfair statement towards us. Okay. Because he said, do we need Great Millstone? Look, the Lord don't need none of us. Okay. That's another thing too, with all you camps, all you bickering and fighting what you're doing is banging on each other. This has never been a camp thing, but a truth thing. This is about truth. Okay, I'm not doing this lesson because I'm a member of Great Millstone and I heard what you talk about the Cowboys for? Or the Cowboys will beat anybody team? No. This is about truth. This is for truth's sake. You're being a respective person because of the camp. You've had people not deal with us just because of the name of our camp. No, this is about truth. And you're not showing truth. Okay, so partiality, unfair bias in favor of one thing or person compared with another. Yeah, because let me go back. He mentioned Great Millstone early on.
They teach that it's okay, or let me make sure I'm not slandering. Even though they teach that it's lawful for a grown ass man.
Boom, right there. What he just showed was emotion. See that? So he skipped over. He didn't have the same spirit. They like this in ISBK. They ass over there teaching that the Sabbath is every Friday to Saturday. Are you kidding me? But they didn't say. They said, well, even though they got a different Sabbath, but then when it came to Deuteronomy 22, you mean to tell me that a grown ass man? You see the difference? That is emotion. You cannot have that emotion in judgment. But he just showed that emotion. You see that? That's called partiality, brothers. Okay? Partiality, unfair. That's unfair. That's unfair, Deacon. Unfair bias in favor of one camp, one thing, one person compared with another. Favoritism. This is Hebrew favoritism. This is Hebrew favoritism. It's prejudice. It's unfair. See that? So we can't be before the judgment seat of Deacon Hakah, Alizé, those of those sorts, because they would put us to death. Okay, they would put us to death unjustly, and they would give Barabbas, they'd give ICBK a pass, just like they did with Yahushai. They chose a murderer. So you'll choose a murderer. You'll choose a Sabbath breaker over a law pusher. Oh, look at that. You would choose a Sabbath breaker over law pushers. We're pushing the law. We're pushing the law. Okay, let's keep going. So we got Leviticus. Let's go right into this. The sin of partiality. Now, what I'd like to do, let's just go to NLT. I'm just curious. I got to make this quick because we got camp coming up. Look, a warning against prejudice. Deacon Hakah is being prejudiced against us. My dear brothers and sisters, how can you claim to have faith in our glorious Lord Yahushua HaMashiach if you favor some people over others? Ooh-wee. They're showing you they favor, okay? He just showed you that in the same breath, all right? Yeah, they don't got the Sabbath like we do. You know, they don't celebrate like the correct way with lunar, but that's okay right here.
And if I can be honest, they keep a different Sabbath. We keep the lunar Sabbath.
So that's okay? Wait a minute. So for Deuteronomy 22, it's you mean to tell me that a grown-ass man, but then when it comes to Exodus 20 and what's that, 8, they keep a different Sabbath outside of us with, the lunar and the mark of the beast. Those are major things. Those are major things. See that? You got a Queen of Heaven demon on you too. So you have more energy when it pertains to a law for a female, right? But not when it comes to the Sabbath or prophecy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And that's where the law hangs. The law hangs on two things, the law and the prophets. Let me get that. You're in violation big time. You better repent. He just threw away the law and the prophets in one breath, but in the same, it's death and law to you for Deuteronomy 22. You see that? You would not want to be standing in front of this man unless you were cool with him. Real quick, Deuteronomy 22 and 40. It says, on these two commandments, love Yahweh with all thy heart and mind, and what? Treat thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. He just denounced the law and the prophets by having respecter of persons. You see that? See, I don't have sound bites like you. bang, bang. But that's a big deal. You just denounced the law and the prophets by having respecter of persons. Dangerous. James 2:2, for example, suppose someone comes into your meeting. Suppose someone comes into your live chat, your camp, dressed in fancy clothes. Shmoo, most high Christ bless, purple, gold, and expensive jewelry. Oh, I like those phylacteries. And another comes in poor, dressed in dirty clothes, bum camp, sackcloth, just a garment down to the foot, shalom. If you give special attention and a good seat to the rich person, but you say to the poor one, you could stand over there, this UPK corner, or else sit on the floor. Well, doesn't this discrimination show that your judgment are guided by evil motives? Ooh, wow. Wow. Man. Hey, if this was a courtroom, hey, Deacon, I don't know, man. You'd be guilty, but guess what? We got the blood of Yahweh Shai to cover that guilt. So you should repent. You should repent and come back to Yahweh Shai. Listen to me, dear brethren and sisters. Especially you sisters be following guys based off your respect for them and not the truth. Hasn't Yahweh chosen the poor in this world to be a rich in faith? Aren't they the ones who will inherit the kingdom he promised to those who love him? Wow. But you dishonor the poor. Isn't it the rich who will oppress you and drag you into court? Aren't they the ones who slander Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, whose noble name you bear? Wow. Yes, indeed, it is good when you obey the royal law, as found in the scriptures. Love your neighbor as yourself. But if you favor some people over others, you are committing a sin. You are guilty of breaking the law. Deacon Hakah is guilty of breaking the law by executing partiality or respecter of persons. And we have Exhibit A and Exhibit B. You see that? Jude 1:16, these are murderers, complainers, walking after their own lust, and their mouth speaketh great swelling words, having men's persons in admiration because of advantage. Right. So they will big up another Israelite teacher for the advantage thereof instead of correcting him, because open rebuke is better than secret love. But what are y'all doing is showing open love, and you have secret rebuke. This is why when they have a falling out, there is a slew of statements made across the board when two factions are no longer in this turn the cheek agreement. Because you got to remember, these guys aren't valiant for truth. You see? So I want to say this again. Deacon Hakah, you need to do a video, hour and something long, about how these Hebrew Israelites are breaking the Sabbath by celebrating it Friday to Saturday. That's what you need to touch on. But you don't touch on that. But you have no problem for years keep going into the law of Deuteronomy 22 without addressing correctly verse 28. See that? Look at us. So I put respect of persons in, and look, Deuteronomy 1:17. Ye shall not respect persons in judgment, but ye shall hear the small as well as the great. Ye shall not be afraid of the face of men, for the judgment is Yahweh's. Right. So when we're judging a matter, we're not supposed to be afraid how they're going to react to this judgment. Or, you know, if a brother's got to get suspended or kicked out, you're not like, oh, man, well, I hope I know. Look, right is wrong is wrong. Yahweh Shai says better to go into the kingdom marred than both to be cast into the burning fire, meaning the lake of fire, which will happen in the third woe. It says, and the cause that is too hard for you, bring it unto me, and I will hear it. See? So if there's issues that are higher up than you can handle, then there should be proper leadership that can handle that as well. But we don't see that. Matter of fact, let's see what else we could do. IUIC, GMS. Let's just put that in. Let me see. I just want to see evil acts. What does the Bible see? So they got a lot. See, look. All right, hold on. Okay, that's someone getting on them. Okay, see? Question and answer. What do they call us? Look, IUIC checks GMS and HALA for teaching. See? Okay? You see that? All right? But are you, where's the videos? Now answer this. IUIC, ISUPK. I hope they got them. Sabbath. I hope there's videos on it. Perfect. What's this one? Oh, it's a girl. The Sabbath is a woman's teaching it. Jeez. Cooking, fight. Look, now you're fighting. Oh my God. Look, they're fighting again. Oh, this thing is going down, man. Okay, this thing is going down right now. All right. They're cussing each other out. They're fighting over here. Man. Man, oh man. Yeah, so you see. So let's keep going. All right. You see. See what else we got. Proverbs 28 and 21, to have respect of persons, Deacon Hakah, it's not good. No good, no bueno. For a piece of bread, that man will transgress. Look, Romans 2 and 11, for there is no respect of persons with Yahweh. So in the same breath, you may have a respect of persons with them, but Yahweh doesn't. So don't you want to follow after what Yahweh Bashem El Shai follows after? Let's see what else we got. James 2 and 1, we just read that. Yep, we just read that. 1 Peter 1 and 17. And if ye call on the Father, who without respect of person judges according to every man's work, pass the time of your sojourning here in fear. You see? So at the end of the day, we understand that we cannot have partiality in judgment. Okay, you have to understand matters. You have to understand the truth. Okay, but what we're seeing is a lot of lies, a lot of men in judgment seats that are judging matters in partiality, and that's dangerous. And you're actually breaking more laws than trying to respect those and their laws. So you see, for Deuteronomy 22, it's law, but Exodus 20, it's love. You got to watch that. You got to watch these guys. So I just want to do a real quick lesson. I pray it was edifying. I just want to say, call halal, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to my elders and apostles, a great millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. With that being said, shalom.